Here's another variation on a workstation we call the booth build. This is a set of plans that kind of reads like a textbook. Each phase of the project is spelled out separately, and this is a wood-framed 4x4 booth that gets built, and a lot of the concepts of framing, whether that's floor framing, wall framing, roof framing, there's even opportunities for insulating, drywall, sheathing, roofing. All of this can happen in this 4x4 space. We often had students work on them in pairs or teams. And chapter 1 starts with the floor deck and the floor framing and what are the parts. And it's not a complicated structure to build, but students can learn about the concepts while they're building it. So here you have your band joists, your common joists, your staggered bridge blocking. All of this makes a simple floor frame. There are instructions on how to build it, dimensions, and then it moves on to the subfloor. That's the next phase. That gets put on. Now you have a floor deck. We'll move on to different wall panels that need to get framed. These are the side walls, very simple walls. Blocking is added so the students get practice in that. Moving on to the front wall, which has a door rough opening in it, and then moving on to the back wall, which is the most complicated one. It has a window rough opening in it. And then all of these walls come together. They're installed on the floor deck to make the structure of the booth. Moving on from that, the whole structure would get sheathed. There's a whole set of instructions on sheathing the booth. And then from there, it moves on to framing the roof. And we were doing some roof framing on the structure, and then we also started offering, because of limited ladders and space, we started doing some of the roof construction on the ground, and this offered the ability for the students to have a closer look at it, perform this without this safety issue and logistics issue of ladders and the height of it being on the booth. Sometimes these structures would get placed on the booth to finish them off, or sometimes they would just remain on this low knee wall to get finished out there. It's really hard to teach concepts to students in groups if they're all on ladders. I'm sure you've run into that. So anytime that you can move things closer to the ground and eliminate the logistics of ladders, the training can be done with many more students than if it is only ladder training. So there you have it, another option for a workstation, one that I thought was very successful. We had a 14-week program, and we were able to work students through all of their basics of all of the trades within this 4x4 space. And we had something to assess the students by. Their product was their booth that they had produced, and there was a certain level of quality that they had to achieve to pass. So another consideration and another opportunity when you're using workstations or things like the booth build. Check out this and our other resources in our catalog. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.